Hey, back on Taekook. Today we're bringing you a colorful story, a moment marking the return of the BTS members to their homeland after a busy schedule abroad. That morning, August 28th, the usually bustling Incheon International Airport suddenly transformed into a sea of cheers and camera flashes. Thousands of eyes were fixed on the international arrivals gate, eagerly awaiting. Taehyung appeared first, with a relaxed yet dignified stride. His charismatic aura seemed to fill the airport space. Despite wearing a mask and casual attire, his piercing gaze captivated everyone. Fans screamed his name, trying to capture every second of this rare moment. V, or Kim Taehyung, always manages to steal the spotlight with his simple yet captivating manner. Shortly afterward, RM, or Kim Namjoon, appeared with his signature upright posture. As BTS's leader, his presence provides a sense of security and strength to the other members. Dressed in a comfortable yet stylish suit, he greeted fans with a brief wave. Namjoon always has a way of projecting his authority, even in simple situations like arriving at the airport. His leadership aura was so clear, it seemed as if everyone around him felt calmer just by seeing him. Suga, or Yoongi, arrived with a low profile. Large sunglasses and a simple hoodie partially obscured his face. However, that was precisely what made him all the more charming. Yoongi is known for being quiet in public situations like this, but the look in his eyes and his presence were enough to make fans' hearts flutter. He walked calmly, unhurriedly, as if the bustling airport were merely a backdrop through which he elegantly navigated. J-Hope, or Hoseok, exuded a different energy. His signature wide smile immediately spread joy throughout the airport. Hoseok is known as the sunshine of BTS, and his arrival was a testament to that. Dressed in comfortable, brightly colored clothes, he waved to fans, even making a small heart with his fingers. His presence made many forget the fatigue of waiting since early morning. And finally, Jungkook, or Kook, ARMY's beloved magne, appeared with his signature relaxed style. With his oversized jacket and flowing black hair, Jungkook looked like an ordinary young man, yet extraordinary at the same time. The loudest cheers rang out as he stepped out, as if the entire airport was filled just for him. Jungkook smiled shyly, trying to hide his expression, but his charm was undeniable. That morning, the chilly airport air mingled with the warmth of ARMY's cheers. Many fans had waited since early morning just to catch a glimpse of their idols. Some even carried large banners with encouraging messages, while others were busy live-streaming the moment on social media. Incheon, for a moment, was no longer just an international airport. It had transformed into a grand stage that united artists and fans without barriers. BTS's arrival that morning was no ordinary homecoming. For ARMY, every step they took was meaningful. Every wave, every brief glance, was a memory they would take home with them filled with joy. Even the sound of their footsteps sounded like an irreplaceable melody. This is BTS's strength, not only as musicians, but also as individuals capable of touching the hearts of so many with their presence. Taehyung briefly turned to the fans and gave a brief wave. That simple moment immediately elicited hysterical screams. Cameras lined up to capture every movement, ensuring no detail was missed. Such as Taehyung's magnetism. He doesn't need much to say, just his warm gaze makes everyone feel special. RM, on the other hand, displayed his composure. He even helped direct the members' path, ensuring they kept their way through the crowd. His role as leader was evident, even in a small moment like this. Fans knew Namjoon was the foundation that always kept BTS balanced. Yoongi chose to walk straight ahead, but he didn't escape the cheers filled with love. Someone shouted his name, and he glanced back, raising his hand in a brief gesture in response. Though simple, the moment brought tears of joy to fans' eyes. Suga isn't the type to overexpress himself, but that's precisely what makes him special. Hoseok seemed relentless in his encouragement. He constantly waved, occasionally even moving his body cheerfully, as if dancing a little in the middle of the airport. His positive energy was palpable, lightening the previously crowded atmosphere. Many fans imitated his movements and laughed, as if dancing with the sunshine. Jungkook, though seemingly shy, occasionally peeked at the camera focused on him. He nodded slowly as if to say, "Thank you for coming." The moment felt incredibly intimate, even though he was only doing it from a distance. BTS's Golden Magne always has a way of making every fan feel close to him, even though they were actually tens of meters apart. Incheon Airport that morning was a silent witness to the irreplaceable bond between BTS and ARMY. Everyone present knew that this wasn't just a moment of arrival, but a small celebration of their long journey. Behind the smiles, the glances, and the footsteps, there was a deep sense of gratitude that they had returned safely after a busy overseas schedule. As the group finally moved to their waiting vehicle, the cheers grew louder. The camera tried to capture the final moments before they disappeared behind the exit. The fans waved goodbye with tears of emotion, while the members gave one final wave back. There was a sense of reluctance in the air, as if everyone wished time could stop for a moment. However, as with every meeting, there was also a goodbye. BTS finally got into their car and slowly left the airport. But their presence lingered, lingering in the memories of every fan present. Incheon was once again a normal airport, but for those who witnessed it, that morning would remain an unforgettable memory. The cheers turned into stories. Fans immediately shared their experiences on social media, sharing photos and videos they had captured. The internet was quickly filled with hashtags about BTS's arrival. What had lasted only a few minutes at the airport became a global conversation. From Incheon, the news spread across the world in a matter of seconds. For some of the fans who arrived, that moment at the airport was their first time seeing BTS in person. Some had traveled long distances just to be there, waiting for hours, even overnight. When the faces they had admired finally emerged from the arrival's gate, all their fatigue seemed to melt away. They cried, laughed, and screamed all at once, combining a variety of emotions in a fleeting moment they would forever cherish. Not only fans, but also local and international media filled the arrivals area. Journalists strove to get the best shots, capturing BTS's every expression and every step. A barrage of camera flashes flooded the room, creating an atmosphere that felt like the red carpet of a major event. What set them apart, however, was BTS's sincerity in greeting everyone. Even for just a few seconds, the way they turned, smiled, or waved always felt so genuine. As their car pulled away from the airport, fans remained in their places, watching until the vehicle disappeared from sight. Some hugged each other, sharing tears of emotion, while others replayed videos they had just recorded. There was a lingering warmth, as if BTS had left a small piece of their hearts there, alongside the loyal ARMY waiting for them. And ultimately, BTS's arrival in Incheon on the morning of August 28th was more than just a routine trip. It symbolized the unbreakable bond between idols and fans. The airport, usually a place for brief encounters, this time transformed into an emotional stage, where love, pride, and longing converged in one space. This is the power of BTS, bringing profound meaning to even the simplest moments, creating lasting memories. Such is the power of BTS. They are present not only on the concert stage, but also in the simplest everyday moments. Their presence at the airport that morning was a clear testament to the depth of love between artists and fans. Every arrival, every departure, was a precious moment to be celebrated together. And that was the story from Incheon International Airport, the morning of August 28th. Taehyung, RM, Suga, J-Hope, and Jungkook, each in their own way, once again demonstrated that they are not just idols, but part of the lives of millions. For ARMY, this moment was a reminder that distance and time can never hinder love and togetherness. Hey, stay tuned to Taekook, because there are always special stories waiting to be shared.